I'm in Switzerland, staying on in a hotel on the side of this very impressive looking lake. Just had me breakfast. Here's the wife.
Morning.
Morning. And I done most of the drive yesterday. Left home yesterday at 2 AM, 2:30, around there, and drove all the way down. I think it took us about 16 hours with stops and the crossing and one thing and another. But yeah, I felt pretty knackered, but I've had a good night's sleep. A nice bit of grub, and it's the hotel we stayed in, just up behind the trees there. But yeah, nice bit of breakfast this morning. I feel fighting fit, ready for the last part of the journey down into Italy. Going somewhere new this time. The local fishing off the end of the dock. Going somewhere new this time. Atlantide, just outside Verona. And thankfully it's not as hot as when we come over here last August. Temperatures are a bit more bearable, so I'm really looking forward to it. Got a couple of weeks in front of me. We're going to have a couple of nights in Verona first and have a look around that city, and some old Roman ruins and stuff like that to take in, so I'm going to be having a look at that. But yeah, looking forward to this. Beautiful here, isn't it? Look at that. What a spot. Oh, here we are. Swim 9 on Atlantide Carp Lake in Italy. Just got down here, and it's the first look at the place. It's lovely. It's a nice decent size. I mean, size wise, I'm guessing about 70 acres, something like that. Maybe a bit bigger. It's hard to say, but it's a decent size, which I kind of prefer. And that's the first half of my swim where the boat was. And this is a double swim. This is the second, probably where I'm going to be fishing from, to be fair. It's a bit enclosed with the trees just there. But nice clear water. But yeah, it looks lovely. Down here for a couple of weeks. It's always nice going somewhere new, and it looks a lot better in person than it did sort of looking on Google and stuff, and some of the other videos that there are on there. But yeah, first impressions are really good. There's some big carp in here as well. I think 3 or 4 over 40 kilos, and a lot of other decent ones too. I've already spoke to a couple of locals, one lad who's been here 8 or 9 times, and one of the things I'm sort of not used to doing is fishing such deep lakes. I mean, in front of me here is typically about 12 to 15 meters deep, and obvious reservations about fishing in depths like that, but been rest assured by the locals that they'll happily feed down in them depths. And in actual fact, when I first got here and had a quick look out, sort of straight out in between this double swim, there were some flat spots, clearly fish feeding on bait that, you know, been put out by the previous occupants. That's a good sign. But yeah, it's beautiful. It is a warm day, it is hot. I'd say probably 32, something like that, but it's not as stifling as it was on the way down. We spent a few nights coming down, stopped in Switzerland on a lake, and then again in Verona, the city, 20 minutes up the road, 15 minutes up the road. A couple of nights in there, and went and had a look at a few of the sites that there are in that city, and some nice food and that. Well, I'm ready for this now. It looks fantastic. Well, I've got an awful lot to do. We have just managed to get the van emptied, and now it's putting everything together. There's probably going to be a few hours before I get round to any kind of fishing, but yeah, for now, first impressions, lovely. And just pan round to where we're going to be camping. Got the missus sat out there, and at least we got some shade. So, not that the forecast is too bad really. I think the next couple of days are into the low 30s and then drops down to 27 and down to 25 over the next 3 or 4 days with some thunderstorms and a bit cloudier and that. So yeah, looking forward to having a go at this place. Right, let's get on with it. Blimey, what a start. Just put the bivvy up, no pegs in yet, and sat there with the missus having a quick sip on a cup of tea, and we just started hearing a cracking, and the branch just up there fell right in between my bed and my bivvy. I mean, I'm guessing you'd call that lucky. Huh? Blimey, never had that happen before. Got the gazebo out now anyway. Cool, it's warm, but taking me time setting up. Yeah, mental. Oh, it's 9:15 and I've literally just got the rods out. God, what a busy day that was. I mean, I took my time setting the camp up, but yeah, just about made it. All I've got to do now is put the beds up, that's it. The rest of it's done. But, it looks lighter in this camera than it does stood here. It's quite dark now. And it's got the light on in the gazebo and that. Yeah, and finally got the rods out. There's some big old carp out there. Well, I haven't got my boat blown out yet, but I did ping my bait boat out to have a quick look at what was out there, and immediately in front of this swim, that pylon's in the centre there, got baits either side of that at around 92 to 95 metres range, and it's 45 foot deep, drops down to 49.50 on the other side, a couple of metres away, about 4 metres behind that, and then in front of it a little less, drops down to 51 foot, typically about 49 I'd say. So certainly beyond anything I've fished in, but locals are assured that people catching those kind of depths, so we'll see. I think I'll be amazed when one of them girls are. But yeah, a long old day, a lot of sweating, but I can sit back and enjoy myself now, and have a little bite to eat and a nice cup of tea. Wow, that's a turnip. That's an actual carp in the net there. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I just absolutely had a one toner on the right hand rod there, and a good solid fight in, and I think it's a pretty good one. Right, we'll get this one sorted out, up onto the mat there. I mean, you've got to do everything in the water here, that's all. I've got to get myself set up, but yeah, we're going to get this one out. Oh, I could pinch myself. First night, that's a proper one as well. Brilliant. Look at it. Right, let's get this one sorted out. On that particular rod was just a smallish scoop, probably about 40 baits of sow and link, and I just softened up some pellet and made some little balls of pellet, if you like, just so that they would get down to the bottom fairly close to the vicinity of my hook bait and give off a good smell. Draw some fish in. But this is lucky to catch a fish like this straight away. Check that out. That's a good one, isn't it? 47 pound of Atlantide mirror. Not a bad way to start. Let's put that one back, shall we? Oh, it's Monday tea time, and I've just got the rods out. I haven't fished today. I had to do a bit of running about. Got down here and set everything up and realised that I'd not bought my regulator from a gas bottle, so I had to go in search of one, and couldn't find one that fit the gas bottle that I've got, so I had to buy a regulator, a new gas bottle. And when you buy a gas bottle here, you get given an empty one and you've got to go somewhere else and get it filled. But all sorted now, thankfully. But yeah, it's about 5 o'clock, and I've got 4 rods out on that shallower area. It's 45 foot. The shallower area out there in front of me, and about 92 to 95 meters, and it seems quite clean on the top as well. The rigs come back nice, pull away very easy, so it certainly seems to be clear down there, and clearly the fish do feed down there. I haven't had a bite last night, to my surprise. There's a couple of lads just down the track there. They've had 2 fish between them in the last 24 hours. They're fishing in about 11-12 meters, so the fish are clearly obviously used to fishing in those kind of depths. Hard to get my head round still, but yeah, I'm happy to fish here if I can get a bite. So I've pretty much put all 4 rods about 20-25 yards along this shallower area, and all pretty much similar things to what I've had the bite on. So we'll see if anything occurs tonight. But yeah, it's been another hot day, very hot in fact. Only forecast for about 32, but it felt pretty hot out in this sunshine earlier. It's cooling off now because the sun's dipping down. We've got another day or so of hot weather, and then it's dropping off a reasonable amount down to the sort of mid-20s, 25, 26 for a few days, a few thunderstorms and that, and a bit of rain potentially. But I'm properly set up now. I mean, that's the other reason why I ain't got the rods out any earlier. I was still getting a few things set up, getting my particle sorted out. I want to use a bit of particle this time, and yeah, I'm there now, thankfully, so I can sit back and relax and enjoy this wonderful lake. Pam's just made me a cup of tea, so I'm going to sit back, enjoy the sun going down this evening, and have a slurp on my tea. Oh, the sun's gone. A big bank of clouds come over, and yeah, I've got a bit of relief from that heat. It's not been murderously hot, but hot enough. 32, 33 degrees today, blazing sunshine all day. It had a quiet night last night. Had an occurrence at 20 past 12, like a solid drop back, wound down into it, and there was nothing there. I thought it was possibly a bite because the two lads down to my left and the guy opposite there over by the pylon, both of those sets of anglers were up dealing with fish, and yeah, quite possibly I had a mischance there. But I'm trying a couple of different things this evening. It's difficult to know really what I should or shouldn't be doing, and it's not used to fishing this deep water. So I've got a rod out on the spot where I had the bite from on the first night, and I'm fishing one down to the left here, only about 30 meters out into 30 foot of water. There's like a bit of a shelf, it drops down, shelves off a little bit, sort of fairly flat and clean looking for 4 or 5 yards, and then drops off down into the abyss. And I've also put one up along this margin, probably about 2 rod lengths out in 12 foot of water. A little bit umpy and bumpy down there, and it looks quite clean too, so I thought I'd give that a go. And then the other rod, the only reason for the last couple of days, out in this gap in the middle of the picture there, sort of on almost on the tip of that tree that's in the middle of that white gap there, it's about 130 meters, and I've seen fish hanging about out there for a couple of days. But it is deep, 46, 47 foot out there, but we'll give it a go. Hello. Right, let's see if we can get a chance maybe closer in the shallower water, and also using my bait boat with a sounder on. I saw a few fish, picked a few fish up on the sounder today. I mean, you know, they could be anything, grass carp, pike, anything like that, but yeah, there's a few fish about. I think the lads down to my left are probably doing about the best. I think they've had seven carp now between the pair of them, so they are about. We'll keep trying and plugging away with a few different things in the hope that I can find the magic ingredient. But in the meantime, I've got a nice cup of coffee sat down next to me, and I'm going to drink that, and for the first time enjoy sitting out watching the water for the rest of the evening. Well, it's last knock-ins Friday evening now, and still haven't had a bite. 4 nights now without any action at all. As I've gone on through my session, I've spoke to more anglers here, locals and that, and by the signs of it, I'm more in a winter area, generally more popular in the winter. I'm assuming that's because of the depths of the water that are out here. Although I still had a bite on that first night, I'm still optimistic. I've got plenty of time left yet. However, I'm going to be moving on Sunday to a swim that's a bit down the bank to my left. It's become available due to a cancellation, I believe, and I sort of quickly spoke to some of the local anglers here, and they all said it was a good opportunity and I should go for it. So I contacted the owner, and yeah, they've allowed me to move down there, so I've got 2 more nights in this swim, and then possibly move into a better area. Change is as good as a rest, as they say. And I'm on the spot that this swim has in it. It really has just one mark to fish to. So not only is it not the best time of year to be in here, I should imagine that one spot just gets absolutely battered. But anyway, still got 2 more nights, and I'm still trying to get a boat out of here, and we'll see what happens over the next 48 hours. But yeah, I think I'll be happy to vacate this swim and try another area. And the weather's settled down a bit now as well. It's nowhere near as warm. It's warm to, 29 degrees today. Still hot, but nowhere near as hot as it has been. So a lot more comfortable to sit out. See if we can get a chance tonight. Well, it's Saturday evening now, Saturday night really. Last little bit of daylight, and it's been a quiet old week. That fish at the beginning threw me a little bit. I mean, to get one so quickly and off of an area, and I've stuck with that all throughout the previous 5 nights and days, and had no more activity whatsoever. I've tried a few different things, close in, different bits and pieces down there, but I just don't think they're dropping down into that deep water. As the lake goes off down to the left here, it does shallow up, and they seem to be down in that section. And there's been a few fish caught from around that area, and although I am here for 2 weeks, I had a little bit of good fortune. There must have been some cancellations or something, and a couple of pegs became available down in that part of the lake, and I messaged the person who deals with all the booking and asked if I could move down there, and they kindly said okay. So this is my last night in this swim. Can't say that I'm too keen on staying in here, but that's fishing for you. You never know what you're going to get, especially somewhere new when you don't really know much about it. But it has been a useful week speaking to some of the local lads in here who've been real friendly and kind with their information. And I still kind of look at this like my recce trip. It's the first time here, and I will definitely be coming back, that's for sure. And in fact, I've already booked another trip already. But anyway, yeah, no more fish out of this swim. Still trying. Might get a bite tonight, who knows. And I'm going to be on the move. I've only got 3 rods out now. On the move in the morning to hopefully a more productive position. Here we are in the new swim. Peg 11 this one, and the busy old move in that setting up yesterday. It's pretty warm again. Oh dear, so I took my time a bit, and I'm going to put the rods out fairly straightforward. I didn't want to create too much disturbance as it was getting on a bit, and straight out in front, about 80 meters, there's a bit of a raised area, so I just dropped 2 rods over the back of that, and 2 rods out to the sort of right hand side of the swim where I saw fish, and nothing on those 2, and I had a take on the right hand one just there at 20 past 3 this morning, and yeah, finally had another carp, 31-pound mirror. And I gotta say, after 6 blank nights. That was an enjoyable moment. I'm off to the shops this morning, and I'm going to replenish the stocks, food and bits and pieces. But yeah, I feel a lot more happier in this swim than I did the first one. And a little pan round, another van parked off the side there. Got the camp all set up. Protect ourselves from the sun. A nice little recessed bit there for us to set up in. But yeah, this will do. Hopefully we're going to get some more chances from here. It is nice. What a nice looking lake. Anyway, I'm going to get a cup of tea into me now, and I'm going to get off to the shops and come back and have a better look at this swim. Just feel like I'm going to get more chances in here. It's nowhere near as deep as the other swim 9 I was in previously, so I think the fish are more happy to be up in this area. But yeah, it looks nice, doesn't it? That'll do for now. Well, it's the calm after the storm. We've just had a couple of hours of rain, maybe, and some thunder and lightning. And yeah, as it's cleared, and for the first time on my trip here, there's fish fizzing. Some just out in front of me here. There they are. Look. Up to the storm, the fish have been really active as well. Through most of the day, seeing fish, and yeah, it was looking promising. I mean, it's looking even better now. And all the heat's been too. It was pretty humid this afternoon, and the rain's taken all the heat out of the air, so it's really comfortable and nice. And I've been in this swim a few days now, so I'm kind of open. I've had bites off 2 spots now, and saw some fish activity last night and a couple of other areas, and I've got a couple of baits to those spots now as well, so I'm pretty confident that there may be a chance tonight. I say confident, it's very unpredictable, but still got 2 nights left to go before I've got to make the journey back home. And I've only had 3 carp, but it is a recce trip, and I have learnt a lot from some of the other anglers I've met throughout my 2 weeks here. Well, it'll be 12 nights actually, but when I go Friday morning. Yeah, met some decent guys from Lithuania, Germany, Italy of course, and yeah, found out quite a bit about the lake. I've already got my return trip booked for next year, and can come back with a better idea of what I got to do and how they like it. But I still feel there's another chance or 2 before I go. Well, I'm certainly going to keep trying anyway. There's some of the fish I've seen from some of the other anglers throughout the period I've been here. It'd be beautiful, and I look forward to catching some of them. Very peaceful here as well. It's nice. Anyway, I'm going to have a cup of tea and watch the water for the rest of the evening, and hopefully get another chance. Blimey, that's some different weather. Well, it's now my last evening here, and weather's changed significantly. We've already had some thunderstorms and a good downpour already today, and there's some more forecast for this evening from about 7 o'clock. So I made sure I got the rods out all tidy early. I did have two bites last night. I had a small mirror carp of about 10 pounds and a common of around about 22. So encouraging. The first night I've had a couple of bites, and the majority of my bites have obviously come in this second week. This will be my 5th night in this swim, and I've had 4 bites as opposed to 7 nights in my first swim and having just the 1 bite. But there you go, that's fishing for you. But I've enjoyed myself down here. It's a real nice lake, and it is about 75 acres, so decent size. Yeah, I've enjoyed fishing here. It's comfortable, and not so much in the first swim. You kind of bivered up round the corner and tucked out the way, but yeah, this is much nicer in here, and I'm probably as confident as I've been since I got here. I've got 2 spots where I've had bites from, more than 1 bite, and so I've got 2 rods in each area, and hopefully we'll get a chance before it's time to pack up. I'm going to be away pretty early in the morning, like normal, try and miss as much traffic as I can, and then I'm going to drive up to somewhere past Stuttgart and get in a hotel there for the night, and then drive on up to Calais on Saturday. But yeah, I always got that little tinge of sadness when my trips are finished. I get so settled in, I could definitely stay here longer. I'll be back here next year, next August. Every trip's different as well, so we'll see what happens then. Okay, Saturday morning now, all packed up, ready to go, and just had the rods out, and got a final bite, and finished off how we started with a nice upper 40, and this is a nice mirror too, this one. They're lovely, these Italian mirrors. This was off the longer spot. It's been a tough session, fishing wise. It's lovely here, absolutely beautiful place to fish and spend your time, but the fishing's been a bit patchy. We've had a lot of changeable weather, some savage storms, and it's kind of thrown the fish a little bit, and we've had several quiet periods where I think literally next to nothing's been caught from the whole lake, but we persevere and managed to finish up with 6 bites, so I'm pretty happy with that. 3 nice 40 pounders, and you can't complain about that, especially when they look as beautiful as this thing. So we'll have a go getting him up. If he'll let me, and we can have a quick look at him before he goes away. There you go. He's a bit twitchy, but I'm sure you'll agree that is one handsome fish. Yeah, these Italian carp are stunners. It's my new destination, you know, looking at some of the lakes that are right here and these fantastic looking carp. I'm going to be spending some time over here in the coming years. It's time to get this one back now and make the long journey back home. But coming for these prizes makes it all worthwhile. And I'll see you next time. Magic.